Hi, welcome to Yoga with Dagny. Um, the windows are open and it's really warm enough for that to happen, which is a minor miracle in March. So today we're just gonna sit and practice a little gratitude for that and gratitude for the spring. And a couple of issues that arise for a lot of people in the springtime are headaches and stiff necks and shoulders because just like out there, the energy is rising up really quickly from the earth, and the same thing happens in our bodies. So today we're going to practice a little bit to open up our neck and shoulders and just ground our energy and gratitude and peace and love. So let's begin. We can find a seat just for a moment. For props today, if you have a brick around, a belt around, and a chair if possible. But know that you can always make do with nothing at all if need be. So so let's just find a cross-legged position for a moment. Just connect to the energy of the earth beneath us. Connect to the energy of heaven above us. And just for a moment, try to make as straight a line as you can between heaven and earth with your spine. So reaching down through your sitting bones, just begin to elongate your spine as much as you can. Your thighs are pressing down toward the earth and your torso and chest is lifting up. Your shoulders are broadening out. The shoulder blades are moving down your back. And then we'll just take our hands to our hearts, connecting to the very center of our being for a moment. Maybe taking a couple of cleansing breaths. And as we take our cleansing breaths, let's just let go of wherever you were before this, whatever your commitments are after this, and just make a commitment to yourself in this moment with your breath and your body. And so to do that, we'll take 3 big cleansing breaths. As we inhale, we're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to just start to open our shoulders already. Big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to exhale through the mouth. So we're making the ha sound, which also opens our heart and our shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale. And one more. Good. And just for a moment, close your eyes, bow your head to your heart, and think of something in this moment that you're grateful for, connecting to the spirit of gratitude that can only be felt in your heart. And inhaling, lift your crown back up to heaven, open the eyes, release the hands, change the cross of your legs for just a minute, and just cap your shoulders. So first just bring the arms out to the side, turn your palms up, really roll the arms open, and then just take your hands up to your shoulder caps. And then let's just roll them a little bit. Oh yes, we're rolling them forward first. As you're taking them up and forward, you're inhaling, and as they go down and back, you're exhaling. Good, and then let's change directions. Big sweeps. And one more. Good, and then changing the cross one more time. Lifting the crown of your head, just gently drop your ear off toward your left shoulder. Now don't let it crunch. Really try to stay long as you drop it off. And as you do that, you can gently take your hand to your head once it's gone as far as it can to gently guide the stretch. And just use this opposite hand here, to weight down, especially through the elbow, as if your elbow had a weight on it. Just allow it to weight down. Let the angle of your chin be slightly upward. Just giving a nice little stretch, not pulling on the head, just gently guiding it. Release that hand down. Inhale the head back to the center. Exhale, drop to the other side. Good. Reaching down, weighting down through this elbow. Let this hand come up and gently guide your neck up and over. The shoulders reaching down, the elbows weighting down. Your collarbones are broadening. Your breath is ever present to the moment. And your breath is helping you to deepen into your postures. Good. And then we'll inhale up. Good. And just exhale, drop the chin to the chest. And roll it gently first to the left until it goes near your shoulder, even close to touching. And roll gently to the front once again. Going to the opposite side. See that your chest stays lifted and open. Your shoulders are anchoring downward. One more time each direction. Just opening up that neck space. Finding the most open range of motion you can so that the vertebrae are staying long. The breath is moving in and out through your nose. Good. And then down to the bottom one more time. And then just inhale and come on up. So first we're going to come into child's pose and rest your third eye. Your third eye is right here between your eyebrows, but slightly higher. And we're going to just come down. Knees are going to be wide. Big toes are going to touch. Forehead is going to come right to the earth. And your arms will settle back. And just take a few breaths here. If you don't comfortably or easily touch the earth, you can rest your head instead on a brick. If it's hard to keep the arms back, you can take them forward. This also helps to open the shoulders. If you bring them forward, roll your palms open. And then just rest. And take some deep, deep belly breaths. In through the nose, really expanding your belly. Out through the nose, letting go of any tension. Good, and when you're ready, we'll just come on up. Awesome. Next, we're going to take a little cat-cow, which is actually said to be good for both headaches and shoulders. So find a little external rotation in your arms. See that you're not collapsing so much into your wrists. And, from the side, we've done this a lot of times before. You're going to inhale, you're going to lift your chin, lift your chest. Let your tail come up. And as you exhale, you're going to arch the back, drop the chin, and just exaggerate. So you're inhaling, you're exhaling. You're getting everything opening up from tail to crown, relieving any tension in your spine. You're really, when you're coming this way, you're really rounding your shoulders. And when you're coming into your cow and inhaling here, you're just taking your chest right through your shoulder. Good, and then making our way right back to tabletop neutral spine. Let's inhale and sweep our right arm up, little twist, and then exhale. We're gonna weave it under the opposite armpit and gently come down on the shoulder. So we're down here on the shoulder. You can either creep that left arm forward or you can wrap it around your back. And just take a couple of breaths, getting into the shoulder space. Let your neck be very long and gentle and soft. Let your belly curve up to your spine. And stay with the breath. Stay with your body. On your next exhalation, release your top arm and inhale and unweave that bottom arm. Good, and we're just gonna do the opposite side. Let's inhale, stretch up. Oh yeah, exhale, weave through. Come on down. Stretching the left arm forward. Maybe walking it around to go behind your back. Breathing. On your next exhalation, not rushing to get there, release that top arm. Inhale, unweave that bottom arm, and come back to tabletop position. Good. And then preparing for downward facing dog. Knees are slightly behind your hips, arms are slightly turned out. Curl your toes under, take a big breath in. Exhale, lift your hips. Good. This is good for the shoulders too. So if you can, you're more in the knuckles of your hands, and your hands are isometrically pressing your mat forward. And as you do that, it's pressing your heart toward the tops of your thighs. And you're elongating your spine, you're breathing, you're releasing any tension from the neck, allowing the neck to be in a beautiful line with your spine. And then looking up between the hands, gently walk forward until your feet land beneath your hips. Let them be hip-width apart. And then you can let your knees stay bent a little bit and just hang. Hang and release your neck here. Release everything like it's just pouring out. Anything you've been worried about, any overthinking you've been doing, any resentments you may have been having, any worries, just let them come out. Let your third eye area just soften as you breathe, and your breath reaches all the way down in your belly here, and you're just hanging. You're just letting your head go. Sometimes I like to look at the world upside down because it offers me a brand new perspective. Plus, it's good for your head. Let your shoulders go. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to press down into the feet. Bring your hands to your shins and elongate your spine here for a minute. Get nice and long. Let your heart come forward through your shoulders. Get long, big stretch. And then exhale one more time. Forward fold. Release the neck and head. Relax the belly with breath. And then pressing to the feet, let's inhale and reverse swan dive up. So sweep those arms out and up like we did in the beginning of class. And then we're just gonna exhale the hands back to the heart here. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna further open our shoulders a little bit here. This is where the belt will come in handy. You can always use a bathrobe belt if you don't have a regular belt, or any kind of thing like this. So standing in Tadasana feet, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Chest is lifted and open. Just roll your shoulders out a couple times to begin with. Good. And then keeping the belt, at a distance that's going to work for you. I just kind of like to hold it loosely in case I have to widen. We're going to inhale the belt up over our head. And then we're going to exhale and trying to keep our arms nice and straight. You're going to bring the arms back behind you. Good. So we're going to do that forward. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Try to stay soft. Try to stay open. This is good to open any tightness in your shoulders using the breath. One more time. Good. And just relaxing that for a minute. Now we're going to inhale up. On the exhale, we're going to take the left arm down and back, keeping it straight if you can, and let the right one be pulled right up by your ear. And isometrically, you're pulling the belt in both directions. The tops of your shoulders are staying nice and soft. You're breathing. You're lifting the chest, lifting the spine. Inhale to transition. Exhale, other way. Good. Broad shoulders, soft tops of the shoulders, letting them sink down away from your ears. Inhaling to, and I have the belt slightly behind my head as I do this. If you could see from the side, it's slightly behind. Oops. And then inhaling up, exhaling the other way. Good. One more time each way. Good. And then inhaling up, we're going to exhale it down and forward. And just release that belt. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do Gomukhasana arms. All right, so you can drape the belt over your left shoulder. And let's take the arms out to the side first. Let's roll our palms open so that your thumbs even are rolling back a little bit, finding a strong external rotation in your arms. And then inhale the arms up. Good. Reach straight up to the ceiling. Maybe bring them slightly back by your ears. And then bending that left elbow to tickle between your shoulders. I like to use my right hand here for a minute to lift that elbow up and back toward my ear a little bit and soften the tops of my shoulders. So as you can see, this hand is sort of tickling down between my back. Good. And then I'm going to take my left arm out to the side, turn my thumb down and back, and just swing it across my body. See how you can almost see it wiggling over there. And from there, I'm going to wiggle it up and see if I can find either the belt, or maybe you may find your fingers or hands, but find whatever you can find. Good. And then once you have that, just breathe. Lift your chest up first, broaden your collarbones, breathe. And from here, we're just going to sit into Utkatasana, chair pose a little bit. So my feet are together, and I'm just going to sit back in a chair. My hands and chest are staying lifted. My belly nestles back to my spine, and I'm just sitting back and breathing. Relax the neck, keep it lifted and open. Good. And then inhale, come up. And then we're going to inhale that left arm up, right arm up, and exhale, release. Whoo, yes. Good. And we'll do the opposite side. So belt over your right shoulder this time. Let's find the arms out to the side, roll them completely open. Open your chest, open your heart. Inhale up. Urdhva Hastasana. reach up to heaven as you press your feet down. Elongate the spine, grow taller. Come into both feet here. You're in the inner edge of your feet. You're in the outer edges of your feet. You're lifting up through your kneecaps, hip points. You're lifting up through your breastbone. And then you're gonna just drop with that right hand to tickle between the shoulders. Good. Using the opposite to lift that elbow up. We'll take the left arm out to the side, roll the thumb forward, down, and back. Creep it across your body, all the way, and then slowly finding the way up to either meet the hands or crawl up your belt. Either way, find something to hold on to, either both hands holding the belt or each other. Lift the heart, lift the chest. And keeping everything lifted, sit back into your chair. You should still see your toes, so try not to come forward like that, but sitting back into your chair, chest lifted, neck soft, elbow lifting up. Belly to the spine, a little deeper. No holding the breath. I'm holding my breath a little, so I gotta find that. Find that ease, find that breath, find your portal into this moment. And then inhale to come up. And then right arm comes up, left arm comes up. And exhale, releasing down and out. Whew. Very nice, and just releasing that. Okay, excellent. So another really good thing for headaches is forward folding and resting your head either on a chair or a block. So depending on, your comfort level and how deeply you forward fold, there's a couple of options here. But the point will be to rest your head. So feet hip width apart, you can come forward, elongate the spine, and bring your head down to a chair, seat, and then I just like to let go and let my hands just drape down. And I'm really seeking the crown of my head, so the top of my head. And I'm just letting go. I'm in both feet, I'm lifting my kneecaps, I'm lifting my hip points, but my shoulders are just rocked. They're just draping and dropping. My head is just resting. My knees are not locked, but they're, a little straight. So say, you're more flexible than this and you want to go deeper, go right ahead, You can, go toward a brick. Like I would need at least a brick and a half or 2 bricks to get down there. But some people can go right down there. So if you can go right down there, go right down there. If you need a brick on top of a chair to do this, that's okay too. However it works that you can actually rest. Just rest. This is also very good for anxiety and depression, as well as headaches and stiff neck and shoulders. So after you've just been here for a while, been with your breath, been with the moment, you can inhale and come on up to your hands again and get nice and long and straighten your spine. Hands to the hips, inhale, come on up, and roll out your shoulders. Good, and now we're gonna do Prasarita Padottanasana, which is gonna be like a wide leg forward fold. This one you might be able to get down to a brick, or you might use a chair once again. But you're gonna come nice and wide with this pose. So, just let the legs come wide for a minute and just feel that stretch in and of itself. Feel your tail reaching down, feel your chest lifting up. Bring your arms out. So you're a beautiful 5-pointed star here. And just extend. So you're grounding. If you can take your heels out a little further than your toes, and just find a grounding through the outer edges of your feet. Feel from your heart center a reaching outward in every direction. Good. And then take the palms, roll them open, inhale them up. Good. And then reach upward as you ground to the outer edges of your feet. Big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to start to come forward. Try to keep the spine long and straight. Bring your hands to your breath. Elongate. Maybe widen the stance if it feels like you still have some to come wider. Bring your hands down to the earth. Good. And then you're going to inhale and stretch your spine forward. On the exhale, you're going to walk your hands back. Your fingertips will stay forward. And bring your head to a brick. So it might be on the tall side. You might say, oh my gosh, I really do need a chair. You might need to move your brick lower. But once you're down here, fingertips are still facing forward, elbows are bent. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You're grounding through the outer edges of your feet, lifting from the inner edges of the feet up the inner legs, rolling your inner thighs back. You're letting your shoulders go once you're down here. You might even end up moving the brick even lower. And you're resting the crown of your head. And you're resting. And you're releasing everything and anything that's not under your control. Surrendering it. Surrendering it to universal will. Knowing what's yours and knowing what's not. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale, you're going to walk your hands forward, you're going to stretch your spine forward. And then you're going to heel toe in a little bit. Hands to the tops of the thighs, inhale, come up with a long straight spine, and step or hop your feet together. That felt really, really good and relaxing. All right, so now it's time for us to come down. So we're going to come down on our mats. Another really good posture for both headaches and stiff neck and shoulders is the bridge pose. So we're going to do a nice bridge. We can do it supported with our brick if you want. That's actually, I think, even better because, because then we can rest. So first we'll do it unsupported, then we'll do it supported. But you're going to walk your heels right in towards your sitting bones. So your knees are deeply bent. Your arms are by your side, and you're rolling your arm bones out. Your shoulder blades are already moving down towards your buttocks towards your heels. And then when you're ready, you're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're just going to lift your pelvis up. If you want to clasp your hands beneath your pelvis and roll onto the tops of your shoulders even more, that can be very good. So we're not letting our legs splay out. You're not turning your head to the side. You're keeping your chin right in your sternal notch to protect your neck. You're lifting the pelvis. You're lifting the chest up and back. And really finding breath here. Finding breath. Soften the buttocks if you can. Keep rolling the chest open. Tail reaches between the knees. Breath is full. Deep. Good. Nice big breath in. On the exhale, release your hands and shoulders. And slowly come down one little vertebrae at a time, in for a landing. Good. And now we'll do it again. This time, take your brick, roll the shoulders under, press into the feet, lift the pelvis, and place your brick under your sacrum. And roll the shoulders under again. So it can go on this nice medium height, or if you really want to get more of an inversion, you can put it up on the high height if it doesn't strain you. So you still want your knees to stay kind of close together. You want to roll the shoulders under. And you're just allowing the energy to descend, towards your heart. The energy is descending from the pelvis to the belly, to the heart, to the throat. And you're just settling back. You're letting the back of your neck be nice and long and soft. And oh yeah, you're just letting go here. The shoulders and the head are being nourished. And then releasing the hands, press into the feet, lift the pelvis, remove the brick, and slowly lower. One vertebrae at a time, all the way slowly down. And we will take this into a nice little twist. So let's just bring the arms to the side, bring the knees up toward the chest. Hop the hips just a bit over to the left and slowly drop the knees off toward your right armpit. Oh yeah. Once you've landed, just maybe open this left arm out to the side. Gently roll to the left with your neck if it feels okay to do that, and breathe. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly roll the knees back toward the center, release the feet, reset the spine with a baby bridge. And then inhaling the knees in toward the chest, hop the hips just a little bit over to the right and gently drop toward the left armpit. Slowly landing. Sometimes I like to clamshell the left arm open and then just peel it open, revealing the beautiful little pearl in my heart center. Gently turning to gaze out over your right arm. And then inhaling slowly back up to the center. Resetting the spine a little with a baby bridge. And then Shavasana, our final resting pose. Actually, before we do our Shavasana, let's just take a little happy baby. Since it is springtime, we're going to get hold of our big toes. And we're going to open our hips nice and wide. And then just finding a gentle rocking from side to side. It's just good. Such a great way to massage the lower back. And opening our lower back actually opens our necks as well. So that's a good thing we can do for ourselves. And now we will release. We'll release for Shavasana. So straightening the legs, reaching them out. So elongating them as much as you can reach out through your heels, and then just let the legs go. buttocks blushes sweeping down toward the heels. The legs are just settling, gently splaying out to the sides. And then taking the shoulder blades down the back a little bit, elongating the arms, and then just letting them go at a 45-degree angle, just releasing them by your sides. Arms become heavy. Legs become heavy. Feeling the length of your spine once again from the very tail, making space all the way up through the torso between your vertebrae, all the way up through the crown of your head, finding length, and then just letting the spine settle back toward the earth. Letting the shoulders just drape back. The middle back, relax. The lower back, relax. And the hips and the buttocks just soften completely and melt. And as you allow your head to become heavier, just letting go of the weight of your head. Allowing your eyes to drop back into their sockets. Allowing your eyeballs to gently turn back to the house of gratitude within you, your heart. Gazing softly through closed eyes at your heart. Allowing all expression to leave the corners of your eyes and the corners of your mouth. Allowing your face to be a clear drape over the bones that are sinking back toward the earth. And your brain drops back to the back of your head. And with an exhalation, recedes downward toward the brainstem. And when you're ready, just bringing a little gentle movement back into your body, into your fingers, into your toes and legs, and gently bending at the legs, hugging the knees up toward the chest, and rolling softly to your right side. Resting for a moment, connecting with the sweet Mother Earth. Full of abundance and the love of a mother. And then gently pressing up to find your seat. Maybe your uncustomary cross of your legs. And taking your hands right up to your heart center. Bowing your head to your heart in gratitude for showing up on your mat, for looking inside, for creating peace within yourself. May it shine out into every crevice of the world around you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I will so much look forward to our time together next time. And until then, keep practicing. Namaste.